Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video we'll be talking about the match week 14 preview, and today with me is Oreoluwa. Oreoluwa,
Yes.
welcome to my channel.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for having me live. I'm happy to be here. All right, let's discuss football.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Firstly, let's talk about the last weekend games. Manchester City draw against Liverpool.
Yeah, I think overall the result was a fair result, given the balance of play. If you
Yes.
look at the match, Liverpool didn't really give City the ability to create too much chances.
Yes.
According to statistics, Man City created just two clear-cut chances.
Yes.
Missed one, scored one.
Yes.
Liverpool created just one, scored one.
Yes.
So I think overall the balance of play, first versus, I think third going into the match, the draw was a fair result. I think the draw was a fair result for that
So,
match.
what do you see about Liverpool chances and Doku and
Yeah, Doku was the man of the match. I think he completed the most dribbles in that game. I think 13 or 11, according to statistics.
Yes, I think
the Premier
11.
League. Yes, 11. I think since he's come into the Premier League, he's been a revelation for Man City, especially since they lost Mahrez and some other quality players. He's coming and he's slotted seamlessly. And we know Guardiola has this penchant of not having not too many live squad.
Yes,
So it's giving him an opportunity to rotate and players to have a chance to impress. So I think Doku has been fantastic for City so far.
That's
Very fantastic. And I think when he was at Anderlecht before going to State Rennes,
Yes.
there was always problems about his fitness and him
yes.
not being consistent enough.
Yes.
But I think under Guardiola, he's going to be like the world-class player we know him to be. So I think for Doku, is a good one.
So, what do you see about Arnold scoring that goal?
And also, to be honest,
Yes,
Arnold
equalizing the goal.
was the last person I expected to score the goal because
It's been a while.
yes,
Actually,
it's been a while. And again, I think Klopp has also shifted his formation a bit.
Yeah.
Notice Arnold doesn't cross anymore like before, so his assist rate has dropped compared to previous years.
Yes.
But I think right now he's much more moving into the midfield more.
Yes.
Which allowed him
even
to,
though in England national team, I think Southgate's
yes,
using it.
yes. So which allowed him to be able to pop up and score that goal. So it was a good goal. I think overall the draw was the best.
Don't you think Manchester City have been very sloppy recently? They
Yes.
drew 4-4 against Chelsea and
now
against Liverpool 1-1.
Yes, I think so. But at the end of the day, the main thing is they are not losing these games.
Yes, but they are dropping actually. They are dropping,
but if you look at it,
now they should have 6 points. They have 2 points.
they have 2 points.
They
But
lost
the
4
thing is,
points.
they've lost 4 points, but still, the gap between them and Arsenal is still 1 point.
Yeah,
and
actually.
we know how Guardiola teams tend to do towards the business end of the season.
Yes.
Like last season, they won 13 straight games.
Yes.
So actually knock Arsenal. Arsenal was leading the league for the majority of the season last season, but still didn't win the league. So, but heading into Christmas, we know Guardiola.
Yes.
We know Guardiola.
Most of Liverpool fans, because I interviewed some of them, they said they don't believe they can even see a draw at Etihad. Etihad is a very difficult stadium to play.
Yes, but the thing is, Liverpool is still Liverpool.
Yeah.
So over the past 7 years, what Jurgen Klopp has done has been really transformational. Let us forget what happened last season. This team really pushed Man City to the limit. And if I can remember, I think 2 years ago, Man City had to win the league on the last day, and I think 5 years ago, same thing. So even though the midfield might have changed, you still have Salah, which is a dangerous player in the days. You still have Diogo Jota.
Luis Diaz have been trying
there.
because I can remember he scored the equalizing goal against Luton.
Luton Town. Yes, and it was an emotional moment for him.
Yeah. When
Hopefully, his father has been released now. So, but I think for Liverpool fans, they're saying they do not.
I interviewed some of them. They said they do not believe.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Man City lost against Arsenal away,
yes,
lost against Newcastle away in the League Cup.
Yes,
So I also think Man City too are there for the taking. Liverpool is also a very strong team. So, but I think overall was the first.
So good luck to the both teams,
good luck to
the upcoming games.
Yes.
So we move next to Chelsea against Newcastle.
So why that match was so strange was most Chelsea fans who are interacted with heading into that match believe their team had picked up.
Yes, we know they drew 4-4 against Manchester City.
2-2 against Arsenal, 4-1 against Tottenham.
Yes.
Then they go away to the St. James's Park and they fall like it. Actually, I think the match was lost in the second half. We checked it at 6. Chelsea had just one shot, no shot on target. Newcastle had, I think, about 5 or so, and they had 3 shots on, and they scored it. And the also thing I also was the goals. They came in very, very early enough. 60th, 61st minute. Chelsea had no
Even
way to
going to the match, Chelsea fans believe since they can drill 4-4 against Manchester
Manchester
City, they should
City.
be able to come out with something in
Yes,
that game.
yes.
So
I
it's
don't.
very surprising they
Yes, very
lost
actually,
4-1.
it's very very surprising. I think I won't call it overconfidence or arrogance, but I
Yes.
think Newcastle played their part because in the first half, Chelsea actually matched Newcastle.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened going into the second half. I don't know what Newcastle manager
Yeah.
told them. They
Yes.
came out in the second half. They were
They're going
going
on.
at it, and
Yes.
Chelsea had no answer to whatever questions they asked. It was disappointing for Chelsea and even for Pochettino
Yes.
because you think, okay, you've turned the corner after back-to-back losses, then
Yes.
you may play these big teams and you don't lose any match. Then you go to Newcastle. Newcastle also not been fantastic.
Yes.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, and
But I
yeah,
think,
I think they have injuries.
yeah, they
They
have
have some
injuries,
injuries
but I
this
think
season. They
that
have
game
some
also will
injuries.
give them belief going to play
Yes.
Paris
Yes.
Saint-Germain
Yes.
in the Champions League. Yes.
Yes.
So I think was a good omen for them in terms
Yes.
of their league results and also their future ambitions.
So another thing about the game, I see Chelsea big players are not coming out. You see Thiago Silva doing mistake for the
Yeah.
third goal, the bad passes. So what do you see about that?
Sometimes mistake happens in the game of
Yes,
football.
yes, for
But
footballers.
also, I read an article where someone said maybe Thiago Silva's age is catching up with him. He's 39 years old.
Yes.
He's made the highest, he's the oldest ever player to appear for Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah, but I do not think it's down to his age. I think it was just a mistake.
It's
Yeah, just a mistake. And also, the defense also, the communication was not so good, to be honest.
Because after the game, Pochettino said Chelsea have themselves to be playing very slow in that game.
They're actually very sloppy in that game. Very, very sloppy. Especially for Newcastle's second and third goal.
Yes,
The second half, so nobody was marking Newcastle's captain. Was a
Even
fear
the first goal, I
the
think
first goal actually
Isak was
also,
very
Isak was
free
also
there.
very
So
free.
it's very free,
And it
just
was
played on
this
that
guy
net.
who played him on this guy they brought from Brighton. I'm trying
Okay, Casado.
not Casado, the other guy, one of the long hair from Spain.
Okay, and Cucurella.
Yeah,
yes.
Cucurella was the guy who
Cucurella.
played him on, and I was
Cucurella.
actually surprised because they actually tried to play the offside trap, but it was
Yes.
not in alignment with his teammates. So that was what happened regarding
Seeing that they bench Casado and some players. So I don't think
Yes,
Casado should be benched in that kind of game.
But
You are
he
playing
should not
Newcastle
be
here.
benched. Yes,
Yes. Why do you bought him for
he should
100
not
million?
be benched, but the coach sees them in training
Yes,
and
I
also deals with the tactical evolution of the game. We do not know what the coach sees in training, but for us outside now, we can judge.
Yes.
The coach made a mistake, and even everybody is saying it. But I think they can turn the corner. They were impressive against Tottenham, Arsenal, and Man City. I think they can also rebuild.
They are
from
playing Brighton next.
Yes,
They are playing
yeah.
Brighton
Who
next.
beat them home and away last season? And Brighton also lost some of their key players. But I can see, most recently, Brighton have been conceding and scoring in almost every game they've played
Yes.
this season. But I don't know if they can score and concede against Chelsea. I think Chelsea are at home.
Yeah,
Chelsea are at home,
yes.
so they are the bridge. So they have the home advantage. I expect Chelsea to actually go all out against Brighton. Brighton concede a lot. But with the Chelsea newfound belief, I think they should be able to do good things against Brighton.
Okay, moving away from that, Brentford versus Arsenal. So
Yes.
Havertz scoring the
Yes. Now, to be honest, since his move from Chelsea to Arsenal,
yes.
I think Arteta hasn't really figured out the best position to use him.
Yes.
Because Arsenal do not play with Havertz is not a traditional number 9.
Yes.
Arsenal do not play a 4-2-3-1. They play a 4-3-3.
Yes.
So I feel, to be honest, when the season started, I felt, well, why buy Havertz? He's not delivering. He hasn't been delivering till that game.
Yes.
And even if you look
Well,
at
they are
that
very
game,
happy with the goal.
yes.
You don't lead them to the front of the table.
If you look at that game, Saka didn't really produce much.
Yes.
Martinelli, even Odegaard was off.
Oh, yes.
But then the substitution came in and Saka was able to put the ball in the box and
Yes.
Havertz. And also like the manager's reaction where he took him to the fans to just for them to appreciate him.
Yes,
it was
he
really
was
good.
pointing at him that
Havertz. Yeah, as you can see now, he has come to the party. Yeah, so I think it was a good one for him.
Yes.
And also, recently, look at the German national team. The last 2 games they played,
Yes,
they played him at the
left
left back.
back,
So
yes.
I mean,
And
you saw,
Although they lost the match,
yes,
they
and
lost
as
the
an
match.
offensive player, you
Yes.
don't want to play such positions. I mean, considering his records for Bayer Leverkusen and
Yes.
Chelsea, he scored in the Champions League final. He delivers in big games. Then he goes to his country and he's playing left back. No player is going to be happy about that. But so I just hope this can maybe kickstart a new lease of life into his Arsenal career. I think so. I think he can come up well. He's a quality player, no doubt. But
That's very
he plays like, as they
maybe
call it,
maybe slow
like
because
big
slow.
man football. I like to talk say in Nigeria, big man football.
Big man football.
I they play. So I just think he needs to just do better. Yeah, maybe the team also needs to adapt to him a little bit. Yeah, I think was really good.
Moving away from that, we have Tottenham against Aston Villa. Tottenham lost again. That's 3 matches
Yes,
in a row for
lost in
them.
a row. And to be honest, it's actually quite surprising because in game against Aston Villa, they started really well.
Yes.
Actually, I thought they were actually going to go on and win it, but Aston Villa under Unai Emery this season have been impressive. Maybe not so good away from home,
yes.
but at home they've been winning all their home games.
Yes.
And I was actually surprised to see them beat Spurs. Even though Spurs have lots of injured players out, and even he also got red card against Chelsea. I can't remember his name, the centre back. But I was actually shocked to see Tottenham lose that game. I actually thought maybe a draw would have been a fairer result. Because even having lost Harry Kane, who has been their talisman over the years, the man came in and switched Son from the left-hand side
really
up for years. He has really tried.
I think it's the injury and
yes, I think so. I think they can turn it around.
The injury to Madison.
Yes, also.
I know it really
affected them. Also, they are creative playmaker. Yes, so I think they are finding ways to cope with it. But I think the coach is a good coach. I saw his record at Celtic.
Yes,
he really did well for them. And I think coming to Tottenham, though people shouldn't expect much. At the beginning of some people are saying they might win. They are like, they can't win this league. They can't win.
It's obvious they can't win. But you know this is football. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Moving to Everton versus Manchester United.
You
see the Garnacho goal.
What a goal!
What a
goal! What I love most about that goal.
What a player!
What I love most about that goal was, if you look at when the cross was swung in, he wasn't there. He had to move forward.
You have to.
And for him to still shoot that ball with that level of accuracy. And the keeper also was positioned well, to be honest. And for him to be able to get to that ball was a wonderful goal.
Between that goal and with the unique goal, which one will you prefer? The Garnacho goal?
As a football fan, it's difficult to pick between both of them. Okay, I'll highlight points of both goals. Rooney's goal, why that goal was also very special. If you look at Rooney's goal, when Nani crossed the ball, he deflected off a Manchester City player. And for him to still readjust his body and score that goal was fantastic. But this Garnacho's goal, why I love it was because the ball was passed him. He had to go forward a bit, then wow.
So I interviewed some Mario fans. They said like they love when Rooney go because it's Manchester derby. I have to tell them that this Garnacho goal was a very difficult goal. You know,
it's
have
difficult.
To move to the back,
difficult to be honest.
Before he can
volley the ball. Very difficult. One thing I also happened was nobody was picking him on. If you notice, he was free. He was actually. But Rooney's goal, there are a lot of Man City players in the box. So I think that is much more and giving the
debate is over everywhere. The debate is over
everywhere. It's over everywhere. In fact, some people are saying it's like the best goal they've seen. But some people are also saying Bale's goal in the Champions League final is also difficult. Now those goal against Juventus is difficult. Benteke's goal, Emre Can's scissors kick against Watford was also one of the best scissors kick goals they've seen. But I think Garnacho's goal, wow, what a goal.
So what can you say about Manchester United youngster Kobe Mino coming to the team after the injury?
And you see the clearance he made off the line.
Yes.
Wow, as Man U coach said, if you are good enough, you are old enough. It does not matter the age. If a player is good enough, he is old enough. So I think the boy came in, he held his own, he played well. I mean, he made the team tick. He controlled the midfield. Even though Everton still had their chances, but if you get your chances, you take them. If you get your chance, you don't take them. That's what's the difference between a game of football. So, but I think he really did well. And I'm happy for the young man. I think he came from Manchester United reserves, so good for him. Good for him. At least one of the young boys from the
18 years,
2005. I mean, what do you expect? I wish we could have some of this in Nigeria, where some of our young players are.
We have young players too in Nigeria.
But that's our teams are not really so good, to be honest. So good
luck to Manchester United. Good luck to Everton. So that's all about the last matches. So we are talking about the Matchweek 14 preview now. Now we have Manchester United, Chelsea versus Brighton.
Chelsea versus Brighton. Now, knowing Roberto De Zerbi and knowing how Brighton beat Chelsea last season, it's going to be a very, very tough one for Chelsea. Knowing that they just lost to Newcastle. And Brighton, if you look at Brighton for over a past couple of games, they've been drawing matches.
I can remember Chelsea even dropped them in the Carabao.
I think they did them 1-0. So I think Brighton are coming with a point to prove this time around. and that they actually want to win a game of football. But I think Pochettino too would have reassured his boys and to try to get them going. Let's see if they can get also a win from this game. But I think Brighton have a lot of weapon in the arsenal to actually hold Chelsea. But I think Chelsea too should, since they are playing at home, they should have home advantage. Yes, just go and I think make it against Brighton. I believe Chelsea might win. Yeah, I'm not saying
what's your prediction for the game? What's your prediction?
I think 2-1 because Brighton always score. They always score.
I give you Chelsea 2, Brighton 1.
I just overcorrect.
That's also moving to Manchester City versus Tottenham. Another big match.
Yes, another big game. For that game, when this game happened last season, if you remember, Tottenham at one point was leading 2-0. The Man City came back and won 4-2. Yeah, but I think it's not going to be like that this season. I think Man City know that right now if teams score them, it's difficult for them to actually score back. And Netherlands has not really been on form this season compared to when the season started last year, but he still has 14 goals. He still has 14 goals. But I think Man City, coupled with Tottenham's injury and suspension, Man City should still win the game. So I think with the way things are going, it's a first straight loss for Tottenham in the league. I'm sorry, Tottenham fans, but I think Man City are going to take this.
But this is football now.
It's football, yes, yeah. But you have home advantage, and you have stronger teams. Yeah, so I think Man City will win it. To be honest. I think so.
Oreoluwa said Manchester City.
Please don't put your money on it, Please.
So moving away from that, Newcastle versus Manchester United. Newcastle at home.
Yes, Newcastle versus Manchester United. Wow. That's a big game. And to be honest, it's difficult to actually say where with this game because Man U haven't really been playing so well. But they've been grinding out results. And Newcastle has been like a yo-yo team this season. But still, they've still not been far away from the top 4. I think they have 23 points, if I'm correct, or 22 points. So it's going to be a tough match at St. James's Park. I don't know how to call this one, but
so you think they will beat Manchester United?
No, I can't come out to say they are going to beat mine. Let's go with a draw. Because Newcastle will play this evening or tomorrow evening. And Man U would have. I think Man U also playing.
Man U is playing too.
Man U is also playing. I think they have Galatasaray. Wow. So both teams are up for it. I think I'll go for a draw. I think there's nothing much really separate the two teams. There's nothing much really actually separate the two teams. And Man U have been able to grind out results in certain leagues. So I think I'll go for a draw. For that match.
Definitely good luck to Manchester United, good luck to
Newcastle. Yes.
Moving away from that, now it's Arsenal versus Wolves. Arsenal at home.
Yes, at the Emirates. Arsenal is a difficult thing to play at the Emirates under Mikel Arteta. But something happened yesterday evening when Wolves played Fulham. The referee admitted to Wolves coach Gary New that the second penalty, which is the first penalty.
What do you think this season? There have been some, I think maybe against Wolves, Manchester United in the first game. That should be a penalty. Yes, and I think the other matches.
If you look at the decisions that have gone against Wolves this season, it has cost them 7 points.
That's very
7 points in the Premier League is a lot.
It's a lot.
The difference between relegation and staying in the Premier League. Yes, so I don't know. The inconsistency in the league this season has been.
You can see Liverpool against Tottenham.
Yes. So I don't know what's happening with the VR, but I think they need to do better. The Premier League is worth a lot of money. Even to the clubs involved, even to those who enjoy the game.
The fans across the world.
Yes, this inconsistency is just too much. Especially for a team like Wolves. I mean, Wolves do not have, how much do they have to spend?
I mean, they considered two penalties yesterday.
Which you scored the last one, 90 plus 4. And one of their players, Mario Lemina, came out on social media to say, when is he going to stop? That they don't try
even their last away match, they considered same penalty at the time.
So I think the VAR need to get their act together and be more consistent. To be honest.
Because with feedback,
they feel bad. Because if it's not a clear foul, then call the referee to go and watch the VAR. Why we just allow him give the decision like that? So I think it was very bad for Wolves. So they can't do anything about it. You just have to move on. But I think playing Arsenal at the Emirates, last season they lost 5-0 to Arsenal. So I think Arsenal is going to make it.
Wolves have been trying this.
They've been trying. They've been trying. They beat Manchester City, beat Tottenham, to be honest. So Arsenal is not going to have an easy game. I think Wolves is actually going to make it difficult for them. But Arsenal at the Emirates, I think they might nick it. They should nick it. They should win. Even if it might be a small margin, but I think they should win.
So what do you predict for the game?
For Arsenal, let's say Arsenal will win.
Arsenal win.
Arsenal win.
Anyway, Oreoluwa said Arsenal win.
Please don't put your money on it. Please.
That's very good. Moving away from there, now we have Liverpool versus Fulham.
Yes.
Liverpool last match they drew at Etihad. So what
Fulham winning. I think Liverpool away from home and Liverpool at home is a different team entirely. Yes, Liverpool at Anfield is a nightmare for any team in the Premier League. Yes. I think Liverpool have more than enough in the Arsenal to get it done over Fulham. Fulham have been really inconsistent in the league this season. Even though they just give their manager a new, I think, 3-year contract when season started. But I think Liverpool is going to make it. They are going to win this game.
So what do you say about their player? Iwobi scored.
Yes. That's good for us. This is the second goal for Fulham, but the first in the Premier League. So it was good for his confidence. I think good to keep him in the team. Yeah, because that's what the team needs. If you are attacking players deliver consistently. Yeah, so I'm happy for Iwobi and also Bassi, who is also a Nigerian player at the centre defense. I'm happy for Iwobi. Yes, it was good, and I like his signature move when he scores the goal.
So once you seeing Darwin Núñez and Pep Guardiola after the full time in this Liverpool, there is
a sort of rancor between them. But Guardiola said it was nothing. Guardiola always comes out and downplays but I don't think that was what happened. I think there was something that was said.
Because one thing I want to know is that Darwin Núñez have been coming up for Liverpool this season. He scored the winning goal against Newcastle when they
2 goals. Yes.
So what do you think about his behavior? Because I think he should work more on his performing on the field rather than just
talking. Yes. But if you also notice, there was a game last season where Bruno Fernandes had an altercation with Guardiola. I don't know who Guardiola really is off the pitch, but I think he wants to win. It's normal. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive. Yes. But I also think maybe Núñez should actually do his talking on the pitch than off the pitch, like you said. Yes. I think he's not really been consistent. I remember when he came in last season and Liverpool beat Man City in the Community Shield, and Nala missed that chance. We were like, they got the better striker. But at the end of the season, we saw how everything panned out. Yes, Núñez was far off Ireland in terms of goal contribution. And even this season, he hasn't really been trusted to lead the line. He's actually been in Salah, Gakpo, Jota, or Diaz. He's just been trusted sometimes to come in or I think start some little games. But I think he still has a lot to prove in England. He was bought for, I think, 100 million euros. So he has a lot to prove to Liverpool fans and even to the club.
So seeing the match against Manchester City, Liverpool, you can see Alisson was kind of sloping in that game too. The passes, and again,
if you actually notice, when I listened to the after game commentary by one of the Premier League officials, he said the game actually should have Manchester City's second goal. That was not a foul. If you look at Newcastle's game against Arsenal,
against Arsenal,
you see the foul on Alisson was not up to that. But that goal was given.
You said it earlier. You said Premier League have not been consistent this season. So because that match, I was like, Alisson was very, very sloppy. You want to play some kind of kickoff, it will be an opponent pass.
I think maybe it was shaky. Maybe the environment.
But Alisson was a big player. He played for Brazil.
But sometimes everybody gets it once in a while. We can't blame him. I think he also managed to help keep out several saves from opponents, and I think it was good.
Predicting that match now, Liverpool against Fulham, who do you think?
Liverpool are going to win. You can take that one. You can put money on that one. But don't come for me.
This is football.
This is football. But I think Liverpool are going to win this.
So now, moving to Everton, do you think they really deserve that punishment?
No, I do not.
Because actually, I don't know what they did. They've not signed big players like Manchester United, Manchester City. They've not spent a lot. You can see their fans were showing an emotional that day that they print a paper showing that Premier League is corrupt, something like that. Even the game against Manchester City and Liverpool, they were flying the banner up that Premier League is corrupt. So
but the thing is, I think according to the Premier League, there is a certain amount of money you lose over a year period. And Everton have been losing money. They have plans to build a new stadium. If they had gotten relegated last season, I'm sure they would have at some point deducted off them. Because the stadium they say they want to construct, they can't finance it anymore. So I don't know, the management of the club has not really been good. With their owner, most Everton fans have been calling for him to sell his stake in the club to other people. But I think the Premier League is fair. Let's be honest.
Yes, yes.
Everton have breached the rule and they must suffer for it.
But everybody was saying Manchester City, Manchester City.
And
They should be the
financial
one.
fair play.
Yes.
Yeah, but
They're
no.
spending a lot of
Yeah,
players.
but the thing is, when this thing happened in Manchester City, Guardiola said something. He said you were honest with him.
Yes.
The nurse were honest with him about their finances,
Yes.
and if there is any wrongdoing in it, he's going to leave the club.
Yes.
Then
He
that is
said
not his
it.
fault.
He
He
said
said,
it, yes.
but I think with this one, people are saying Man City. If Man City are guilty, they would have been charged.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think Everton are actually guilty. I think people can actually try to look it up. You can check the Premier League rules
Yes.
regarding how much you can lose in a particular year period. I think Everton have lost like £351 million. It's a lot of money. You realize last season they had to sell this their key player Richarlison to Tottenham
Yes.
for this financial fair play rule. They've lost a lot of money. So I think it's not good for a club of that stature, especially it's a traditional club. I've known about it since 2003 when I was actually growing up. So it's not good for a club like that to actually be. But I think the point deduction is actually too much.
Yeah,
I think they can also 10 points.
And they've been trying this season.
Yeah, they've been trying this season.
So,
I think they should appeal. They can appeal. The point deduction can be done over several years instead of just this year. I think it will be good for them.
I think that is even the heavy punishment on any team in the Premier League so far.
Yes, 10 points. It's too much. That's 3 matches and 1 draw.
So moving away from that, what can you say about Marcus Rashford this season? See what he did last season at Manchester United and what is happening to
last season. He scored over.
So you can see even that penalty he played, he was not happy. His teammates have to push him. Celebrate.
I think maybe it's a loss of form and loss of confidence. Yes. Last season, Rashford I think had over 30 goals for Manchester United, but this season he started not even only him. All Manchester United attackers. Before this season, they scored just 1 goal.
Yes.
It's not good when your defenders are the one billing.
Most especially Rashford just now. They have not even scored any goals.
Yes.
In the Premier League this season, and he scored 5 in the Champions League already.
Yes, Marcus Oreoluwa. Yes. So I do not know what's happening to Manchester United attackers. Maybe the Premier League defenses have found a way to contain them and curtail them.
And they scored in the Champions League and losing.
Yes, losing. I'm telling you.
So maybe
because the pace in the Champions League is slower. You know, the way you play football in Champions League, intensity is different from the Premier League. Yeah, maybe that's why. Yes, but in the league, you don't want to lose certain games. So maybe they are kind of very, very conservative. But in the Champions League, it's a 6-match tournament.
There's not goal for husband now this season, and he already had 5 in the Champions League.
I think, and if also let's be honest with ourselves, Manchester United wingers have also not been creating enough.
Yes, looking at this season, some Manchester United fans have been very, very angry with the coach. You know, they said they have been having problem with the big man players, big games players. Yes, like Ronaldo. Yes, and now I think he's benching Varane. Although there's rumor, we don't know actually what's happening actually. But they said he's having a little problem with Varane. They'll be benching him in some matches.
Yes, I think Manchester United coach is a traditional manager. This Manchester United coach is doing is what Jose Mourinho used to do back in the day. Yes. But the thing is, the mentality and the culture has shifted. Yes. The mentality players used to have back then is not what players have right now. Yes. Then if you tell John Terry, you put him on the bench for 2 games, and you play him in the 3rd game, he's ready to die on the pitch. Ferdinand is ready to die on the pitch. Vidic is ready to die on the pitch. You get? But right now, I think the mentality, you can't decide players too much these days. Because first of all, players are now brands.
Yes, even if a lot of money you can know now.
Yes,
some of them collect more than 350, 390. Yes, and again, those days, even those who are clean,
they are not collecting so much. I think another thing is Sancho is indisciplined. I do not know him personally, but even in Borussia Dortmund, he was always fined for coming late to training. It's not good. You are a professional player, earning a lot of money. There is certain attitude, there's certain responsibility demanded of you. If a coach says you are not training up to his standard. It's up to you to prove him wrong.
Yes, I can even remember, I think sometimes in the last season, you have to keep
Sancho him out of the team.
I think he love him.
I think the coach is what they call tough love.
Yes.
Tough love is when, okay, you can do this, but I'm going to force you to do it.
Yes.
We saw Sancho in Borussia Dortmund. He has goals and assists. Yes. And what is happening in England? He's not delivering. It was worth for £73 million. Yes. If the coach says you can't try this with Alex Ferguson. He's out of the club. You can't say whatever the coach is saying is wrong. I'm trying to make a scapegoat. No, it's something you discuss internally. And I also think, according to reports I will read, they say he also comes late to training. So I think it's up to Sancho to actually just try to amend things with his coach. If you look at what the coach did with this English defender, I'm trying to remember his name. Sorry, I'm sorry for this.
And Maguire.
Maguire.
Yes.
He collected the captain and kept him out of the team.
But
Maguire has gotten his chance now,
yes.
and he's playing well.
I can even remember this Ghana minister.
He apologized to him. Yes, it's so.
See Maguire this season. What do you think happened to him? See Maguire before and Maguire now. The confidence and everything.
Yes, I think number one thing is belief. I think Maguire believes.
He believes it because I can even remember it's even out of Manchester United.
Yes. At a point he wanted to sell him to West Ham.
Yes, even at 30 million.
Yes,
but he said he
wasn't
going.
Yes. Yeah, so I think he really believes in himself and he believes he can earn his place.
He said I want to fight for my place.
That's what he's doing right now. He's in Manchester United. One of the biggest, and he's fighting for his place. Yes. So I think with the way things are going, he's going to go for Euro 2024. Yes, because with this form, he's starting in Man U now. Yes. I think it's up to Varane to try to displace.
Because some fans now they be arguing that Varane was on bench, but I think it's the result that matters.
Yes, the result that matters. Yes, Jose Mourinho took Casillas out of the team in Madrid and brought another goalkeeper. And Madrid was still grinding out results. We might not like it, but it might be.
Some of the fans. Some fans like some certain players, this player should play, this player
but the coach has to do his job.
Overall is
he has to do his job, and the result is what matters. And they are grinding out results. So I think I'm happy for Maguire to be honest, but for Varane, I think Varane has a lot to do to get his place back. Especially if you look at the last Champions League game they played, it was dropped. It was Evans and Maguire that started that game. So I think he has a lot to do to convince the manager. That we can see Varane.
Maybe because his partner is injured, Lisandro
Martinez. Well, that's also true. But I think players should be able to adapt to
actually. And he's a really big man player.
Yes,
winning 5 Champions League.
5 Champions League, and now he's on the bench.
Yeah, he's thinking of that because I won 5 Champions League for him, Madrid, and Johnny Evans is benching me. You know that kind of feeling.
I get it.
It's not the coach fault,
It's not the coach fault, but you still have to prove yourself.
Yes,
that's what great players do. They prove themselves week in, week out to the manager, to their fellow players, to the fans. Yeah, so I think Varane is a big player. So I think he's going to do just that and get his place back in the Manchester United team.
Okay. Yeah, so. Moving away from that, let's talk about Chelsea. Yeah. Chelsea, actually, I don't know what is really going on with them because most of their fans believe they do 4-4 with Manchester City. They should be able to turn things around and something like that. What do you think is really going on with them? See what they did last season. Same thing this season. This is not Chelsea we all know.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if you there's one podcast I used to listen to. There'll be one podcast where Florent Malouda and Mikel Obi and they're like, this is not the
Chelsea the new. Yes.
I think it all starts from the management. Yes. You come in there, you buy like 20-something players. I mean, you don't replace a squad like. Let's look at the Newcastle example. The Saudis got over Newcastle. They bought just very few players that fit into the manager's philosophy. You don't come and start imposing players on managers. I mean, you buy 16, 17 players.
I even remember in the summer they bought Gochukwu, they bought Lafia, Caicedo, and they are playing at the defensive midfielder. So
and again, Nkunku got injured, which is a sad one for any coach. Yes, but I think the problem with Chelsea is they say there's a plan, but I don't believe there is a plan. To be honest with you,
you are not seeing any plan.
I'm not seeing any plan. I just feel the owner just have enough money to spend. It's not about £1 billion. Chelsea should not be at this level. It's like coming from the Chelsea issue. They won the Champions League 2021. This is just 2023, and
most of the players that won the Champions League, I'm not even sure they are.
They are in the team anymore. Havertz is gone, Pulisic is gone,
Masimont is gone.
Yeah, all of them are all gone. So I think all of them. I don't know what's the problem. So I think maybe it has to do with the management. Yes. The management haven't really handled it well.
Because from last season, their fans have not really been happy.
Yes. No, and
it's not a good one.
It's been good for us, other fans of other clubs. Chelsea have really been really successful. So I think this is also good for them too. They should enjoy it. They should actually enjoy it.
So moving on to Arsenal. Seeing Arteta at Arsenal, how do you feel about him comparing to Arsene Wenger? He wins some certain points for them in his first 100 game, I think so. More than Arsene Wenger, the legend. How do you see it? Do you think
Um,
Ateta is better than Azuminga in Premier
I
League?
know. I don't think Ateta
No, so far, I'm not saying no.
has.
Ateta still have
Yes.
some season
Yeah,
like
but
years to go.
I think when we judge Wenger as a coach,
Yes,
people judge coaches on trophies. But I read his book, Arsene Wenger's book, and he said his greatest achievement in Arsenal
no,
was leaving Arsenal in a better financial state.
yes,
If you remember, Arsenal built a stadium back in 2005, 2006, cost £600 million. People talk about teams building stadium, but back then, club revenue in a particular season was 90 million. You can't compare how much club make. Some clubs make in a year
yes.
700 million. This in this football we are talking about today.
Because I think Azuminga don't really spend much on players.
They
Even
call him Baba
some
Ijebu. They call him
some
Baba.
certain time they said he only just buying maybe 100 million this thing,
Yeah,
maybe 50,
100,000,
100,000.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
the thing with Wenger was when Arsenal built that stadium,
Yes.
they had a particular mandate. They had to qualify into the Champions League till they paid his debt completely to the Bank of England and Bank of Scotland.
Yes.
So if you notice, then he was always selling his best players. Fabregas went, Van Persie went,
to
Nasri
Manchester
went,
United, yes.
Alex Song went. He was selling them, and he wasn't renewing their contract. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yes.
But he had to pay back the loan back to those banks. And he said so when people blame him on trophies, he won trophies.
He won trophy, yes.
But
He won the Premier League.
yeah, he won the Premier. I think Ateta has a huge role to do better than Arsene Wenger because he's actually spending money.
Yeah, they bought
Declan Rice, £105 million. That's a lot. Arsene Wenger will never spend that type of money.
No.
He will never spend that type of money. So I think Ateta is doing really, really well. And the club also trusts him to give him that type of money to spend. Because not everybody will trust with that amount of money. But I think the club is also going in the right direction. You've noticed, I think people are saying David Ramsey was a good goalkeeper. He went in and brought David Raya to take them to the next level. People are complaining. Ramsey has not been bad enough. Has not been, but I think it's the manager's decision. So I think it's what is going to take the team to the next level. But I think he has actually done well. The first 100 games, he has actually done really, really well. So yeah.
So anyway, good luck to Arsenal in their upcoming games.
Yeah.
And now let's talk about Burnley, like Vincent Company at Burnley, seeing what he did in the Championship before they got promoted to the Premier League. Now they've been losing consistency and
yes, to be honest, they've lost all their own games this season.
Yes.
It's been that bad. Now in the Premier League, your home games are your fortress. You are expected to win,
yes,
or pick up most points. I don't know. But I think one good thing about this Vincent Company saga is so far the owners have backed him. You've noticed that if it was at this point last season, managers would have gone. He would have gone.
Yes.
But I think they believe in him. And I do not know. I think what this assures is there's a huge difference between the Championship and the Premier League. Yes. It's actually a huge, because if you notice back then, there was this other team that used to come, Norwich.
Yes.
They come, they go back. They come, they go back. So I think the offensive style of football I used to play in the Championship cannot work in the Premier League. Teams are going to hurt you. One chance, one goal, that's the end of it. But I think he still has time, but time is running out. I think we've played my day 14.
Yes,
we have
the first leg is running out.
Yes. We have
the second leg.
We have at most, I think 20-something games left for him to save the club season.
Yes.
It won't be good for them to actually draw back into the Championship. I don't know what the owners are thinking, but I like the kind of belief they've given him. And hopefully he can build up from there. Yes. I think he just needs to just get their act together and win some few games. The most famous was the match against West Ham. You were leading to the 84th minute. And man, they lost the game. And honestly, it's so sad. It's so sad for the coach, for the players, for the fans, even for the manager. Yes. I do not know what he's going to tell these boys.
Yes. I think it was playing some kind of Guardiola pattern.
Yes. But the thing is also, I think the Premier League need to adapt. Need to adapt to different situations. They keep attacking, leaving their defense open, and teams are going to hurt you. Teams are actually going to hurt you. So I think the first thing to do is just even try to win an home game, or even try to win any match, and they can see where they can go from there. I think they've been really, really. If you look at of all the 3 teams that came down from, they are the ones with the lowest points. Luton even have 9 points. Burnley have just 4 points. 4 points out of 42. It's so poor. It's actually so poor. So I wish them all the best. I wish Vincent Company all the best, and I think he can still turn it around. Yes.
I wish Vincent Company all the best. So actually that's all for match 14 preview. So Oreoluwa, I'm really happy to have you in this.
Thank you very much for having me. I almost thought I couldn't make it, but thank you for being consistent, persistent. It was nice to be here. I enjoyed my time.
Thank you
Thank
very
you very
much.
much. Yes.
Anyway, that's all. If you haven't subscribed, I want you to do that right now. So
Yes,
kindly
please
subscribe
subscribe.
to my YouTube channel at Oladipupo TV.
Yes.
And you can follow me on my other social platform on TikTok at Oladipupo12_ and on Instagram, Oladipupo12_. Thank you very much. Peace out.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Good night. Yeah.